California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-D-M-V. All reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, California, no place like California. Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Rodgers Packers going up against Wilson Seahawks. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Third and long, it's Wilson. Complete, Richardson has it. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A big 30-yard play on third.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
First down, this is Rawls. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so, because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, to bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Kenny Clark in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's third down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So on fourth down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
They run it again with Lacey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he finds Cook. 14 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The play clock's running down. Starts. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers here. They've got it first line for play number. Carries this one all the way to 3. And the Packers are going to have a... down to the 6-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means to get
Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. After play on this long drive for the offense. Chargers now on 3rd and goal. Jordy Nelson from 6 yards away. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line. Possibly to take from that.
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't
I
turn
guess.
it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll run. This is Lacey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence. Supreme. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Wide left. 319. 319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Well, switching over to talk about the Super Bowl for a minute, one thing you mentioned that may have gotten overlooked, Gostkowski missing the PAT, so it was at 28-9, and that really changed the complexion because then they were chasing points going forward.
And in a way we didn't anticipate, it helped heighten the heroics of Tom Brady and the Patriots in that game because you just mentioned chasing points. Now, after touchdowns, they were having to go for 2-point conversions. So they got 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions because of the missed extra point that led to overtime. Actually made the heroics even better for Tom Brady and the Patriots.
And the first 2-point conversion, little trickeration. The second one, though, a little more conventional, both effective. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson, flushed out right, and that's incomplete.
So the defense forces a 3-and-out, but they got some help along the way. They threw it on 1st down, and when they were unsuccessful, it became 2nd and long. Didn't get it again on another pass. Went 3rd and long, and they almost had to put it in the air. They may want to rethink some strategy going forward.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down. possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They come out here in the eye. Now Lacey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 10th carry here for Lacy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. 1st down and goal to go from the 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ty Montgomery taking it in. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And out now come the Seahawks. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Wilson.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now Wilson on first down, escaping the pressure right. Now, and Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, here's Rodgers. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 45 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 10 yards still left on second down. Second and 10 now. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, Wilson being chased out left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return out shy of...